Hello everybody, it's Railway Russ here again, and we're looking at another one of the PC Rail heritage simulations. This time we are looking at Stoke Junction. Now this one is, as you can see, quite an involved layout. It is quite busy. I'm obviously going to be talking to you as well at the same time, so if I do make a mistake, it's not my fault, it's because I'm talking to you. Anyway, that's my excuse. So there's a couple around this area. There's been Newcastle Junction as well, which is in the Stoke area. This was released in September 2019, designed and produced by Rob Roterdink, of course, and we've got Mike Nixon involved, who knew the area quite well as well. Right, so let's just have a look where we are. Stoke. It's just south of Stoke, I believe, this junction. Yeah, Stoke is on the right hand side. So that's basically the north when we're going south. So here we've got, yes, London, what they call the up and down main, the Uttoxeter and Biddulph, I think that's how you pronounce it. So there we go. The layout is depicted in the 1950s, end of the steam era, before electrification, and we've got the timetable supplied is 1952/53. So we'll go through the block instruments and the layouts. As you see, we've got quite a full block shelf and quite a lot of levers which you can scroll left and right depending on your size of your monitor and resolution, etc. So let's have a look at what block instruments and what tracks we've got. So left to right we've got the goods lines, which is sideway. Now these adjacent box sideway is about 1 mile 217 yards. Again, it's all in the local information, which I always advise you to read through. There's lots of interesting information and how to work the layout. We've got the crossing and one thing or another. So anyway, let's go back to what we was doing. I've got my highlighter on so you can see where my mouse is. So on the main line we've got sideways, to say that's 1 mile 217 yards. We've got the up and down main, so we've got the block here for sideways, that's the bell. We control the down main, trains coming towards us. Sideway will wake that instrument on the up main. We've also got a goods line coming in as well, so we've just got one block instrument for that because we only control the down. There's only one line, down goods, and we've got the bell sideway goods there. So that's covered those three. Now we've got the Derby line, and we're working to Glebe Colliery. That is 1 mile 218 yards away. Just standard up and down block instruments. I'll cover the clearing points as we're doing that as well. We've got clearing points on the main line from sideways showing there, on the down main, and from Derby we've got the clearing points showing at the inner home. We've got it outer home and the inner home for that one, and the interlocking is done quite right. You can't clear the outer home if these points aren't set correctly, which is across the junction. These are all flank protected, of course, as you would expect, so you can't clear 29 unless you've got this point set. Now, because it's a busy simulation, you'll have to forgive me for not always using the lever frame. It's sometimes quick to just click on the diagram itself, and unusually I have set the skill level to 4 on this. Now I normally leave it 5 or 6, but I've started it at 4 because it can get quite busy. As I say, if you want to slow it right down to 1, then please feel free to do so. Of course, you can download these free of charge and give it a go. I wouldn't recommend this if you've not played or tried a few heritage simulations before. As I say, I find it very difficult. And I'm a signalman as such. Well, you could call me that, I suppose. I attend the railway. So let's have a look. We've got the Uttoxeter line. We've got a crossing involved with that. Carter's Crossing, there is notes about it in the local information. It is not a block post, so we are controlling the signals. We've got 88 and 87. We'll find out what those do later on. Obviously one moves the gates and then one locks the gates. 70 and 71 is what you call an intermediate block section. 70 in effect is our advanced starter, but it also releases 71 as well, so it's like a separate section beyond our advanced starter, or the section signal, which is 74. It's a bit hard to explain the IB sections. I think John Hinson, the signalbox.org website, probably explains IBs better than I can. So that's the Derby line coming in. We've got the position of the box there, and we've got this up and down Biddulph. I hope I've pronounced that right. Then we're working to Pratt Sidings on that one, which is only 386 yards away, so that's quite close. Again, we've got, that's our distant. Now there's a lot of signals with no numbers on, so that's worked from the adjacent box. In this case, that starting signal there is worked by Pratt Siding. Because it's close together, we've got our distant signals showing underneath. You can see a lot of distant signals well, we've got numbers for the distance, so anyway, I'll go back to that one later. So this one comes in into this junction there. So we've got two double junctions, got another double junction which goes onto the goods, and then we've got all these connections to what we call the viaduct siding 1 and 2, an engine shed. We've also got another engine shed, or former engine shed, on the other side, the roundhouse, which you've got north and south connections. These are buffer stops, so they are sidings. We've got a strange arrangements on the goods lines. We have got a few trains go along the down goods and carry on into Stoke, and you notice you've got a trap point there, and these are small shunting signals. And we've got a fixed distance, so this is very low speed. I think it's 20 miles an hour through there. Notice we've got track circuit 2 lights, which is quite authentic. That's what they used to have on a lot of the signal box diagrams, especially in the LMS area. There was two red lights, so you'll see those working as we move along. So this is the block instrument to Pratt Sidings, and then just on the right hand side we've got the goods line, which is Glebe Street, so we're working to Glebe Street goods. So we've got the up and down goods, which is this, and then we've got the up and down main block instrument, which is this one. So it's quite a lot of bells, as you can see. Glebe Street signal box is looking at the diagram is 722 yards away. So for the express passenger trains, it's best to offer these, accept the train, offer it on, clear the signals if we can. Right, let's have a look. So we've covered clearing points. Have we got the clearing point of the Biddulph line? That is shown as there. So that's just before the junction. Now coming on the goods line, we've got the clearing point there, so that doesn't really stitch anything up at these points. And on the main line we've got the clearing point there, so basically we can't accept anything if it's coming off the goods, or if we've cleared the route, but we can accept on the goods at the same time there's one on the main. Right, let's have a look. I think we've covered everything. We'll start this running. As I say, I might cause some delays while I'm discussing things with you. Let me just cover the distance signals on the up. That's the section signal, which is the stop signal from Glebe Street. So as I say, that's quite close. We've got 3 distance signals underneath, 68, 77 and 81, and they are for the, obviously for these lines, 68 will be for the main. So the normal sequence is 67, 65 and then 68. So the other distance signal is for the Derby one, that'll be 77, and 81 will be for the left most route, which is down to Pratt Sidings on the Biddulph line. Now we've got distance signals there. Now you notice 71 is showing there and there, because basically it's got an inner and outer distant, and the other distant 80 underneath 80 will be the distant for Pratt Sidings, I presume. Yes, because it's got another distant as well beneath our starter 78, so he'll have an inner and outer distant. So coming the other way, we've got our distant, we've got the stop signal. Again, we've got a distant underneath that, so that will be controlled by Cleve Street, and he's got a distant there as well, two distance, so we must have a junction down there. So we'll see those hopefully in operation later on. Just a few shunting signals around these sidings. You've got these where you've got three stacked shunting signals, obviously to top, left, bottom, right. We've got quite a big bracket signal there coming off the goods line. We've got three signals obviously for the three different directions. Right, okay, let's start it going. As I say, I've got it on skill level 4. As I say, have a read through the local information. Lock-in details is useful if you get a signal or lever won't clear. We've got information about the timetable, and we've got help files if you want as well, of course. Press F1, all your different bell codes. So it'll run for about I think it runs for about might be 90 minutes I think on this one, although it might be less. I'm never sure what the evaluation mode is. So it does start at midnight or just after, and there's first movement now. Some of these sequences look a bit strange because you've got 12 minutes past there, then you've got 10 minutes past there, and the reason that is, it's because it's what's offered on first. They're in offering order, if you know what I mean, not necessarily passing time. So just be aware of that, because there's some catches you out, like that class 2. You know, you'll have these trains offered beforehand, and then the class 2 will be offered, and be careful you don't clear signals too early on this layout, because it might could stitch you up. Right, so let's have a look. First movement up it over to Gilbert. Cleve Street, call it Gilbert Street or something. It's Cleve Street down. So that's Pratt Sidings offered us that. I'll accept that. It's a light engine. Nothing, just check this is not going to stop anything in the way. It's cleared this section signal off, you see. Now we'll get this road set for that. Right, I'll try and do the lever frame. So we've got facing point lock to put back 84. I've got to clear 85. Oh, I've not got system sounds. I don't know if you want that on or not. I'll put it on so you can hear where the levers are moving. 30. Oh, I've got to looking about up and down this frame and then relock. Yeah, I have to pull 85 to get 30, of course, because of this flank protection. If I try and put 85 back, it is locked because I've got 30 reversed. It's to stop trains crashing into the side of other trains. Right, so that is braking for some reason, probably because we've not got intersection. Right, and now we've got a class 9 on the goods. There we go, you see it all gets to be seen. Let me get these points set for that one. Oh, oh yeah, it's got flank protection that I keep telling you about. I forgot myself. Right, so I can get 93 and 94. Right, good, so I can accept that. And I can also entering section, and just as it's sat down, I'll get him back up again. Oh, that was quick. And that I offer him that. Oh no, it's on the down main, not the down goods. Oh dear. Nearly got that wrong. Anyway, what am I doing sitting here not pulling any signals? So that light engine is going on the down main. So I've put all those back and I don't need to. Okay. Put that lock back. And relock. Right, we've got this one coming up to the signal. Oh, he's actually stopped at it. That's terrible. Right, let's get 43. And offer this one on the main line. Light engine. Oh, offered 3-1. Right, if you do offer the wrong train, just send cancel in. You'd actually re-describe it, which is a 5-3 on the real one, and offer that again. Right, now I can clear the section signal. Excuse me. Right, so that's slightly delayed, but not too much. Let's say I will be causing chaos on this simulation, so organised chaos. Right, so that light engine's just passing the box. On his way on the main, we've got the one accepted on the upwards. Due to pass at 7 minutes past, then we've got a slight breather. As you can see, it's only midnight, and look at the amount of trains in an hour. You know, it's quite incredible, really. I mean, how many trains is in this timetable? We'll have a look. Properties, 562 trains. Now, on a modern powerbox one, that's not a problem. You can run trains quite easily on that, but on the heritage ones, that's quite a mean feat. So, right, this track circuit's occupied as it's going across. Right, I can send entering section for that one. Now I'm going to, as this, let's just go back to this one. This is going on the down bit of line, so I'm going to offer that one on and then send out a section. But sidings, get the right bell. This line clear for class 9. And then out a section for that light engine. Right, 44 can go back, and he's coming up to the signal now, so we need these. Accept train from engine shed. I'll just click on yes and sort that out later on. Let's get these running. 93. Oh, I always do that. What do I do? Oh yes, I keep forgetting this. It's all fun and games, this one is. Right. 93, 94, and right, let's get this one across. So it will be signal 79. No distance shown on the goods lines, so yeah, no distance for that. Right, and we can then clear 78 as well. Somebody's offered us a train on the goods. This is on this sideway goods though, so that's quite a straightforward one. That's going to go down straight. I mean, I suppose it could go onto the main line and then go back again, but I don't see why. That's out of section for that light engine, so it's not that long. Now we've got this one buzzed in at the engine shed. So here's the engine shed. He wants to go to viaduct 2. That's really straightforward, very straightforward. So 125 and 126. Now while I was doing that, the bell didn't ring for this one, so I've got a class 9 on the main. Now I won't be able to accept that. I'll tell you why. because I've got this one coming across. That one's crikey. Right, that one on the goods line is quite slow, look, 20 miles an hour. So I can change those traps, offer that one on, which is class 8. And clear the signals for that. Let's have a look what signals we need. Oh dear. Is it number 6? I have to guess at this one. Yes, oh, that was a good guess. So there's top dolly 4 to go, obviously, into the roundhouse, but there's one underneath applies for 3 different routes there. So we've got 6, 7 and 50. Right, that one's coming off the branch. I'm going to use the diagram, you'll have to forgive me for that. Get these points back and send out to section, and then on entering section and on to Pratt's, and then accept that one. Now that one on the main line is going to Derby, so that's going to go across through there. Oh, it shouldn't affect anything, hopefully. So we need these points. So I'm going to use the diagram. There, that's the route set. And we've got entering section for that one as well. So let's put that signal back. Offer this one to Glebe. This is class 9. Now we need the crossing, of course, for that. So let's see how this one works. 88 or 87. Let's try 88. No, right, 87. Ah, here we go. That's the crossing. Oops. Just a minute. Give me. Never going to get a cup of tea at this rate, am I? Right, so that's that one done. I'm going to clear these signals before I forget. So let's have a look. So 76. 74. 70. Now let's try the 71, yeah, and we can even, oh, it's gone past the distant. That's 77, but it's gone back because it's put the starter back. Outer section for Pratt's. Now Glebe Colliery is offering this, and now I can always accept a train from there because of this clearing points there. And there's this class 9 coming through. Right, we've got this one on the goods as well coming past at 20 miles an hour. Just keep an eye on that one. Class 6. Now he's coming on the down Derby, crossing onto Gilbert Street down goods. Accept train from Viaduct 1. Right. Did that one go in there? Must have left these signals off. Easy to do. Right, so where does he go? To Roundhouse North. Right, so you can't actually signal him out that way. So, oh, he can. Oh no, he's going into the shed that way. Oh, crikey. Nearly made a mess of that. Let's try it now. No, I didn't think you can. That signal does not apply to go that way. You have to go over this crossover. Except he's coming out of viaduct number 1, not number 2. So, well, he can't go behind 104 because there's no way into the roundhouse, so he's got to come behind these signals and cross over. Meanwhile, we've got all this happening, so let's go back here a bit. Outer section on the goods. That one. Engine section that way. Yes, this is quite it's quite a busy box, as you can see. I'm going to put 71 back. Although it's not past it yet. I'll put 76 back, it's slotted. And entering section to glebe. And outer section on the main for that one. I put those chaps back, I don't know why. Right, another one for the main, so we can accept it. That is a class 3, so it's not going to be too long. So I'm going to get these points back. If I give entry section to glebe, yeah. These signals can go back. And we oops, get these gates. Oh, what? Lever 88 is locked. Oh, that's my mistake. Train entry section. That's on for the glebe. Right, I want to get this class 3. So it's on the main. Is line clear for class 3. And let's get these signals off. 67, 65, not 66, 65, and then 68. And we've got intersection for that. So we literally just got the distance. 50 can go back. No, then where's this? He's held at 117. He's going to the roundhouse. It's going to be a job and off to try and get these across everything. Right, let's get the... Oh, nice. Oh, we can bring that one out. There. That's not going to stitch anything up, is it, I hope? So let's clear that one. 118. And tell him to stop behind 100 there. Yeah, as hopefully he's not in the way of anything. If he is, it's just one of those things. Right, 70 can go back. We can't because we've got 71 off. 68 can go back on the main. Now we have got this one entrance section up with this class 6 from Derby, so he's got, here he is, he's just appeared now. And he goes on to the down goods. Well, we've got this passenger, this class 3 going across, so I can't do anything about that. But I will set, oh, it's already set. I will set that road for him. We have got one on the goods at the moment, waiting out of section 4, so we can't do anything there. Ooh, quickly enter section for that. 67 back and outer section. As you can see, it's not for the faint-hearted. It is probably the most complicated or busiest heritage simulation PC Rail do, so it is one to build up on. Outer section. But if you get outer section from anywhere, you just answer it. Doesn't really make any difference. The only thing is, if you've got a train waiting to go, you get outer section off of the train on straight away. Let's right, so we can get this flank protection, of course. Right, we get the gates again. I can't remember which one it was. 87. Ah, outer section on the good. So I'm going to offer that class 6 on straight away. There. Right, so I've got to lock those. Signal 40. Now for the goods, it's be a shorter goods arm or shunting arm, and then we can clear 50. Right, now he's held at 100, so we need to get this one out of the way first. Then this light engine can go across all this behind 5225, then into the roundhouse. I'm going to set those points first because I can remember first time I tried this, I actually set him into N1, which is a dead end outer section on the main for that class 3. Right, so that's not too bad. Can't bring him anywhere down. I can put the signals back, of course, and the traps, which I keep leaving on those points. We could set the crossover ready, but obviously can't do anything else. Could you run that light engine in front of this class 6? Probably not. He's due to pass at 16 minutes past, which it is now, and he's due to arrive at the Randers 21, so there's a bit of allowance there. Plus the fact as a signaller you would still use the old classification priorities, class 1 priority over class 2, etc. So class 6 would obviously have priority over a class 0, which is the sort of last class you can have, not being further beyond 9, if that makes sense. Class 1 is the top priority express passenger. Right, this one's moving out of there now. We can put 40 back, unlock the gates, swing the gates. Engine section on the goods. Our 48 can go back, and outer section to Glebe Colliery. Right, so we basically need to wait until we can put 50 back before we can clear 100. I think tops 100, so that'll be across the down goods. 102 would be across probably onto the down main, and 124 would be back into these sidings, or to 103, 126. Not tried that. Yes, fairly, although it looks complicated, it's quite a fairly straightforward 3 junctions. You've got this single slip arrangement here. We have got a light engine later on, which actually comes on the up Biddulph line and goes onto the up main, which is, you think it's going to go straight through, but it doesn't. It goes down here and goes back there. Anyway, what's happening? Oh, another one on the goods. Well, the clearing point's there, so we can accept that one, unless we've got something conflicting there. Right, I'm going to leave the flank protection. I'm going to change 30. Right, I'm going to put 50 back, see if 100 will work, and it does. Right, let's get this loco into the shed. Right, the one I explained about was this 0K22. So it comes on the up Biddulph. It's a setback via signal 25 and 55. So 25 is obviously this one, and then it comes across here. 55 takes him across onto the up main. There is another way you could do that move, of course, and that is to stop behind 51, then cross over and come back, which seems more straightforward. Why it's not done that, I don't know. Perhaps because there's other trains requiring that main line. But you can change the way to do things if you feel it's more appropriate. You don't have to follow these notes exact, as long as it departs on the right line. Right. So this is this goods one again. We can't offer this one on because we've already got the block previous train, and we've got this move as well. So I'll put 100 back. I'm going to put the points back to the main line. I think it's probably good. Right, so there's no signal there, which is unusual, so it's quite a... So 25. Oh, it's still moving. I didn't tell him to stop, did I? No, I should have used the shunt 2 command on that, so it's the daft driver rolling all the way down to the section signal. Right, that's class 6, that's the one that's slowing down in the Stoke area, and that's the one we've got on the goods. which should be lighting the circuit any time now. Now this trap won't probably clear, that's right, because that's in conjunction with this point. Oh, he's taking some time to stop. So I've put probably a couple of minutes on that now by not using the shunt command. Let's have a look what else we're going to have up. Oh, we've got a class 1 in a bit. That's well, it's only 3 minutes away, so we'll be offering that shortly. I'm going to set these points for the main line so that one can go through. Right, he's stopped. Right, let's see. 25, and that's outer section. Now I'm going to offer this class 8 as well as soon as it's done that outer section. I know we've got a light engine in the way, but it shouldn't be too long. I say 20 miles an hour is quite slow. So I've got to wait for him to go right inside, then I can clear, put 20 back. Oh, class 6. Now this, right, here we go, we've got class 6 and this class 1 now. I'm going to offer this class 1 on straight away. This is not going to be long, we can forget about that freight. We can forget about that one. Right, let's go 67, 65 and the distance. Right. Right, here's the class 8 coming in now. So we could go signal him up to the 7 signal. So we'll use 6. He has been cautioned. So that's the class 1 coming through, a black 5, straight through on the main line, and that's entrance section for him. Now we've got the one on the goods, he's going on the up main as well, so there's 2 minutes margin behind him, so as soon as he's gone past clear of the junction, get the point set and roll that one down behind him, and he'll probably only be here somewhere when we get out of section for that passenger anyway. Not he's going inside. It's quite tight, that one is. I'll probably run it for about an hour. I don't want to put you off for buying this by me making a mess of it. There's the passenger coming through. He's put the starter maximum distance gone back as well, so I can put the lever back for that. 68. It's not going through too fast because he's obviously stopped at the station or pulling away from the station, so they're not going through. It's not going through high speed. It's not an high speed area, I suppose, with trains coming in and out of Stoke. So I'm going to put 25 back, even though it's not cleared the points yet. Seems to be taking a long time. Got that goods train as well. He'll be approaching this signal shortly. So he's held at 7, so I can put 6 back, and I can even send out a section for that. Alright, he's finally clear now, so 20 can go. 5, that trap point can go, and then we can get 7 and 50. Yes, we did offer it on yet. And there's the goods coming off. The 67 can go back. We can send out a section for that. Let's see if we get right. Oops, better send entering section. Easy to forget. A lot of these bell signals are quite easy. You can leave trains, instead of sending out of section, you leave the block on for ages, then wonder why it's not offering you any trains. Right, just waiting for train to clear 65, which just has done now, so 65 can go back and 66 can be cleared for this goods train, which has just come to a stand. Put that crossover back as well. Alright, let's just have a look at the assess the block again. So that's the passing on there, be getting out of section any minute for that one, and that's the goods. We've got one approaching at the moment and we've got one coming away. All the other blocks are normal. It's not long before you. Right, this is this light engine which is coming on the bit up bit off it, and it's going to cross somewhere wherever we want him to cross and go back onto the up main. So I can accept that. It's already cleared the signals. I'm going to send entering section on the goods. And there's out of section, and we can then offer this class 6. Clear the starter. Yeah, off he goes. So he's drawing off the goods lines. So I'm going at 13, and then off he goes. In fact, I can send entering section for that. Right, he's clear of the goods. Signal back and out of section for that one. Now this light engine, I'm not, there's no panic to deal with that, because he's basically going to go in the midst of our activities. Right, that's online for that one. It's already braking. When can we get him across? Right, let's put 50 back. Still got that goods train. We've sent entering section for it. We've got one coming from the goods. Glebe Street goods to down Beddos, and then one from the roundass at half past. So, see how we can fit that one in. We have to do a lot of jiggery pokey. So he's slowing down, so he's probably put this signal now. So I think we'll get, I think we will, so we'll try and run in behind 51, ignore the instructions, or is it going to bite us with vengeance? Ah, yes, that's probably why. Oh, got the one from the roundass as well. He wants to come across. Alright, I'm going to get him out then. Oh, that's 23 not sent. Of course, I'm not going to 20. Oh, let's see what I've done here. Look, I've left 7 off, so I need 5. Put it back. Then I can get 20. Then I can get the signal. Right, I'm going to accept this class 8, whatever it is. No, I can't. Cleave Street to down, but oh right, yes. So I can get these points back. That's right. Try it again. Right. Right, so we've got this lighting just standing here at the moment. You know, I want to try to ignore the notes and go behind that signal. I'm going to clear 43. Oh, because I've got drainage section there. Right, let's in a bad lad here. I've ignored the notes. Right, outer section. So this light engine's coming out into round us to goods line, so I could offer that one on straight away. Clear the section signal. Right, so this light engine, I'm going to let me do the shunt too. So I got this main line section not replaced. That's me not putting 65 back. Right, I'm going to try and get this one, which is this class 8. So I need to get onto Pratt sidings enough for this class 8 on. So let's have a look. So we've got 80. We've not had that one that way yet. 80 and 78. Futile clearing the distance. Right, it's this light engine. Shunt 220. No, it's not that one, it's that one. Shunt 251 there. Right, so I'll say I've ignored the notes on this one. Mainly because I've got this one coming out of the roundhouse, so it's going to conflict and stop there. Whereas I can bring this one out behind 51, it's not conflicting with this one going across. That's my excuse anyway. 43 can go back and we can send out a section for that light engine. He's coming out the roundhouse, so entering section of the goods for that. So he's now braking and stop behind signal 51. Right, so as soon as he's out of the way, I can send entering section for this freight. Put 20 back just for... Right. So this... I've got one, the viaduct. Oh, here's another one going to the roundhouse. Okay. So I'll just bring him down to 118. So I've got this one going across. Right, so let's see if we can get 80 back. Send out to section. Hopefully he's not going to offer me another train. Oh, I can't declare 93. Put this. I'm going to put all these back to the main line and try. Need 90. Can't get 93. What have I done wrong? No, I've done something wrong. I don't know what. Ah. Right, in this case then we need to have a look at the locking diagram. I wonder if it's this flank protection again. Yes, that 94. Right, that was my fault. Right, so let's get 51. 78 can go back. We have give out intersection for that. Yeah, 50 can go back. So this light engine is now coming across. Yeah, I need flank protection for that crossover. And you can offer that one on the main line. Just check is right. Yeah, up main. Right, so that's class light engine class 0. And we can give him the section signal. There. So that's Oh dear, everything's happening. 2 outer sections. Just answer those. Right, so we've got a straightforward block. We've just got line clear now on the up main for this light engine crossing over. Say, just to reiterate, I did ignore these notes and use 51 instead. And it turned out okay. Right, so let's 51 can go back. And the crossover, right, let's have a look what's happening here. Round down to north east, stop there so we can bring that one out and stop him behind 100. Another one of these moves in across and then back into the roundhouse. Should have time as well. He's not due till 36. He's got a little bit of a gap. Well, I say gap, it's not much. We've got a class 2 in 8 minutes from Stoke on the up main. Right, entrance section with that light engine. It's 120. These are full size signals as well, these are, so I'm interested to know what these viaduct sidings are. Right, 118, 112. I need that crossover. It's locked. Well, probably because it's still on the track circuit, of course. That can go back. Need all this lot. Change it again. Right, he's held at 100. I think we can clear 100. I'll try the lever frame a bit. No, I can't. Oh, of course I've got this crossover. Now I should be able to clear that. Right, we can get this one out of the way. Roundhouse north, let's get these points set for it. And yeah, it doesn't come up straight away for the shunt. I think it's because there's that many different directions and signals it could actually go behind. It comes up later on. But it's not long. Here we go. 25, which is part of that group. Excellent. Let's have a look where we are then. So we're waiting for outer section. The light engine on that line. He's crossing over, going into the roundhouse. And then we've got one at 44 from the down Derby. But this one goes past the junction first, this class 2. I hope you were still with me. Not put you off too much. Just take a little bit getting used to. As I say, don't be worried about or don't feel bad about setting this level right way down to start with. That way at least trains will move a lot slower. You've got more time to clear the signals and not get yourself in too much of a mess. Right, he's already stopped, so we've put 100 back. 1 points back. Let's just check. That's outer section for that light engine. Right, all the blocks are clear. We just got this movement across there now. And then, yep. Right, I'm going to set the points for this one because that's going to be the next move in 5 minutes. Class 2 from Glebe Street right across onto the up main. So let's put it back. As I say, I'm using the diagram. It's just a quick until I know the frame, and then I'll do it properly. Just put that crossover back. Looks better. Crikey! Only one train on the one movement on the diagram. That's unusual. As I say, the reason that 9K17 is above that one, it's not shown in time order. It's shown in trains being offered orders. So that this one is 9K17. He's offered that now on the Derby line, so I can accept that, even though I'm not going to signal it or run it across, because I know I've got a passenger train. Now if you have late running on this, which you can set of course, that's going to be quite a different ball game altogether with these trains and junctions. There's no way you'll be able to, there will be a lot of conflicts, so trains will have to come to stand. I should imagine that's probably the ultimate nasty, situation you can ever get into, having late running on this. If you ever try late running, let me know how you get on in the notes. In fact, anything of interest or you want to comment on, please feel free to add to the notes. I always enjoy getting some feedback. I don't get that much feedback on these, so I'm not sure whether you are enjoying them or not. Do get views, a few hundred views, so must be doing something. Right, let's have a look. So he's gone into the roundhouse. I'm going to put those points back so I can set it for the down goods. Even move the traps as well. I don't like leaving traps. Not trapping, if you know what I mean. Doesn't look right. Not sure how they did that one. I suppose the traps are for movements across there as well. And this way, of course. Yeah, you've got 40. Yeah, you've got a shunt signal there to go across onto the goods lines. Not seen that. Why would you do that instead of doing that? Well, to avoid conflict, of course, you could have a train going across there. At the same time, you've got one coming off these lines onto the main line. Yep. Right, that one's still waiting for that one. Oh, he's going onto the goods. So, anyway, let's concentrate on this one. We're going to accept that class 2 is just leaving the station 10 miles an hour, so let's offer that one on. Class 2. And clear the signals. We've done this before, so it's simply 67, 65 and distance 68. Right, what I was going to say, this goods from down Derby is actually going to cross onto the down goods. Oh, it's already set. I need 33. Yeah, so those points are set for the goods. That's all ready to go across these points when this passenger train's passed. So what else have we got? Another one on the down Derby. Only 5 minutes. Another class 9. The only difference is he's not leaving on the down goods, he's going on the down main. So it'll be on this line. Tempted to increase the skill level, but you do that when it's quiet and then things happening. But of course, the good thing about the skill level, you can change it whenever you want. I could stick that up to 9 or whatever, and then if you can move it accordingly. Right, I've got this train entrance section. Manchester London Road to Stafford. The crab. Sometimes you've got loco numbers on timetables, sometimes you just got classes. This one's just got the class, which I'm sure are authentic to the time. The trouble is, when you put numbers in, you have to remember not to use the same number again twice. in a short period of time, if you know what I mean. You have to work out where the trains go to and how long they are there and coming back. It's quite a big job, really. Train engine section, that's from the Derby line. We've got this passenger coming through. I can put the distance back. He's put his starter back. Do we offer that one on goods? There's no harm if I don't. I'll do it professionally. I'll keep him up at the block, even though he's got two different bells. I have seen signalmen actually send two bell signals at the same time, different bell signals at the same time on two different bells. Don't ask me how that could be done, but I have seen it done, and that was at Barnaby. I think he got 5 on one and 3 on the other, and he sent them at the same time. Now to do that, I just can't believe that they can do that, but they did. I wish I'd have recorded it. Right, it's train intersection, so I'm going to offer this class 9 on the goods. And send out a section on the main. And I can get these points set. It's a lot quicker on the diagram. Right, oh. No, those are the wrong points, it's these. Oops, need the lock first. Right, so he is coming in at 20, so he's not too fast. I'm going to put that starter back. Right, I've got that one offered then on the goods. He has got train intersection. We'll give him the gates. Oops, I get that wrong. 87 is the gates, and 88 the lock. So let's have a look. 40, 48, 50. Oh, trying to clear the distance. 39. That doesn't. 39 only applies for the main line, of course. So you've got this shunting or small shunting arm at 48, or goods arm. Yeah, it's probably just a goods signal. If you got anything to do on the main lines, you would leave this one alone until it's either come to a standard with. Of course, you can't bring it down to 41 if these points aren't set correctly. That's out a section on the main. Right, it is coming across there. We've got another one down Derby to the main. Then we've got Glebe Street up. He's going to the Derby. So let's put those points back again. So them points are set right for that. Good. I've got another one of these light-engine moves, quite a few of those. This up and over onto the up main. Again, it says direct via signals 25 and through points 12 and 13, which is there. Last time we ignored that and did 51. That's your decision as a signalman, which way you want to make that move. There's only two ways you can do it, so it's either one or the other. Again, depending on traffic, you make that decision. It's part of the fun of being a signalman. Great when it goes fine, irritating when it doesn't. We are human, and we do as best. Right, this one's coming across now. That's the other one behind him, ready to offer that one on. Right, I put 40 back. Unlock the gates. Let's get these the wrong number. We can send out a section now for that one. I've got 48 off. Let's see if we can accept it. Yeah, it's the home signal that counts. Right, so we've accepted the one right behind him. Entering section on the goods for that one going across. Can go back. Now he's going a little bit faster, unless they do slow down to 20. That one is, now this one's going on the main line, of course, so we can get those points set and ready. Now, what distance did I say it was to Glebe Colliery? 722 yards. So that's how many yards in a mile? 1,760. Right, so not too long. But yeah, we could get the distance for the main as well. Always nice to be able to do that. But again, I don't want this crossing. Don't upset the road users. Start getting a bit irate if you keep the crossing shut for a long time. I'll wait till I get entering section, offer this one on, and then clear the signals. I've got 94, which looks a bit odd. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to be able to clear the signal with that like that. Right. What is 94? Oh, it's this end of the point into here. So you've got 93 the crossover, 94 is just the blade end on like a single slip. Right, 50 can go back. He's slowing down. Right, so we're waiting for the so we've got two passing at the same time at 49 plus another one coming quite close. Two there. Yeah, there's not a dull moment. Must have been a two-man box surely at one time, or a booking lad. Train into section. That's this other class 9. Now I said we're going to see if we can get the distance for that one, so let's offer it on the main. Get the crossing. I better click the wrong one. Yeah. Lock the crossing. Right, let's see if we can get the signals. 40, 41 and 44. See if we can get 39. There, we got the distance. It's not as though he needs it really at that speed. Now this crossing might be shut for a while, so well, it's always a car pull up when you shut the gates. It's unbelievable. Oh, I'll have to wait a bit now. Got his paper out. Let's have a look. Now we've got one coming from Glebe Street onto Derby, so that's, we've got one coming off. The good thing is the points are set for the one going the opposite way on the adjacent line. Usually, not always. I'm actually braking now. Right, so this is class 8. Do a 49, so it's not going to be long before we get this one. I'm going to offer this one on. Oh, did I send it as a class 9? I think I might have sent the wrong code then. I think I sent it as a class 9, so I'm going to cancel that. I do apologise. And then offer it as a class 8. I'll have to look at that when I watch the video. Now, do I clear the signals for that? Well, if I do, oh, he's going to be frustrated, this car driver. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to try Pull the signals for it. 74, 70, I've got a 71 and 77. 71, if you remember, is in at a distance for the IB, and 77. Right, so yes, it's going to be close quite a bit more, I'm afraid. Still, we are here to run trains, as they say. This thing can go back. At 40. Why the gate? Because I keep opening these gates, the train's gone past. Well, I've got another one coming, mate, is here now, so not too bad. 77 back. I'm going to send outer section. That one going past. And entering section on the main. .41 can go back. Yeah, still quite slow. 18 is slowing as well for the junction. So that's probably 15. Right. I've got a I've got two light engines offered. One's on the up bit off line, which I can accept. One's from Glebe Colliery, which I know I can accept. Sort that out later. Right, 44 can go back. I've given him entry section, yeah. This is the one coming across the crossing now. Oh, look at all the traffic building up now. That's terrible. I have to hide behind the locker. Oh, now there's an ambulance coming. Oh, that always happens. I'll not be long, mate. Right, I'm going to put 76 back and send out a section on the main. And entering section on the Derby line. Right, and then we'll go back to these two light engines we've got offered. I'll run it to about 1 o'clock, and then I think I'm going to leave you with a duster. And I'm going home. It's 10 to 1. Should be in bed. Train engine section. Right, that's the one on the Upbiddulph line. Right, I'm going to get 74 back. Which one's the gate? Let's get it. 88. And then unlock. Just for now, get these traffic moving. I know we've got one coming the other way, but outer section. Right, so where's he going? He's going on the up main. Oh, right, so he's doing this shunty bit again. Can we do our usual 51 move? Down Derby. Oh, this is another light engine. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that one again. So let's get these points across. That's all set. Yeah, no reason why I can't do that. Clear 43. Now remember, we had to have flank protection, didn't we, on this last time? Oh, I can't do it yet until he's gone over across. Yeah, so behind 51 to get the crossover 93, we need that point setting up. Right. I have to remember to put my distance back 71 and 70. Right, oh, he's on his way up to Derby. His light engine is coming from Derby and he's just going straight onto the main line. So he's a few minutes yet. Glebe Street to Derby. This might affect this move. Yes. Yeah, he's going to be offering that on shortly, and I want to use this crossover. That's probably why he is requested to go up there. Anyway, that won't be too long. So remember, it does offer that train on. We have to refuse it. Otherwise, if we accept it, we stuff this this other move up. Oh, didn't do the shunt too. Just done it. Now what's this one? Right. Oh, that's the light engine, isn't it? Right, again, we can't do anything with that yet because of this shunt. Anyway, he has stopped there, so oops. Got the signal off, haven't I? Better send that a sec. Oh, what am I doing? Making a mess of it. Add 6 for that. Add 6 on the colliery. Right, let's get this across. Now we need the flank protection, if you remember. 93. Now where's he going? Up main, so oh dear, I've got all this lot to put back. All this lot to put back. Right, I think that's everything. Yes, let's get him across. 51. Right, so while he's coming across there, we can get this one offered. And get him out of the way. Try to pull 6 back. Now this is the one we can't accept at the moment if we try. It won't let us because they've got this crossover. Excuse me. Got the crossover and he's coming across it now, so we'll have to wait. He's going on the up Derby. Yeah, so as soon as we put that crossover back, it doesn't really matter about these points because they're not in the clearing point. But I've got this light engine coming from Derby. Now he's going on the main line as well. So I can't do anything because of this move. I can't clear 40 because these points aren't set right, so I'll just have to slow down. Anyway, pull these back. Right, now at least I can then accept that. I'm going to offer this one on the Derby. This is a class. I'm going to offer that light engine on, so don't forget it. Right, engine section. And then get all these points set. There. He's set for the main. No, he isn't. He's gone up there. Train intersection for that one. I'll just forget about. Right, so let's get these gates across. Locked. Signal 40 can be cleared. 41 and 44. Right, what's the other one coming from Glebe? He's going to up Derby. Oh, right, so we'll get that one offered and pull off for that one. Class 9. So we can have 76, 74, 70, 71 and 77. I've just missed the distance for that. Again, we've got these gates closed for a little while. 65 can now go back. Right, so let's just assess what's happening. That's the light end going back on the up main. This is one from Glebe Street on the main line on the up Derby. Is all signalled through. And then we've got one on the down Derby. Glebe Street down is signalled all the way through as well. The next one down main to Glebe Street down, so that's just straightforward. Yeah, I think I think we've seen enough. Thing is, with these simulations, you can't stop them. If you save the game as well, it's sometimes, you restart a game, you've got trains all over the place, so it's sometimes opportune to save the game when you just got one thing happening or nothing happening. Right, I better get this entering section for that. Still got all these signals off. We didn't actually pull the distance, we'd gone past it anyway. An outer section for that. Yeah, it's gone through. It's quick. It's braking entrance Stoke. That's the light engine. Clear it sideway. I'm going to put these signals back. 76. Entrance section. Colliery. Outer section received and also outer section sent. Right, so his next movement is down Main to Gleaf Street down, so we can put those points back. That's all set, clear. Down Derby. Alright. What's that? What's just been offered? Oh, this is the class 6 on the main. How far was it sideway? Oh, it's 1 mile, so we've got, yeah, I think we could probably wait to train entrance section for that. Oh, it's travelling at 55. Right, 74 can go back. I'm going to put 71 back as well, and then we can unlock the gates and swing the gates. Yeah, this is quite a busy period. At 1 o'clock we've got this class 6 coming past at 1. 4 minutes later you've got the light engine following that into Stoke on the down Main. So we'll be offering that any time now. So just check the block every now and again, see if you've not forgot to. Best to just have a glance across, just to see if you might have forgot to send out out of section, which is quite easy to do. Right, he's gone past that 70 now. Put that back. Right, why did I offer that one on? Oh, I said I was pretty for entrance section, but I'm going to do that now anyway. Class 6. And we'll see if we can get the distance off of that. So it's 37. Just 2 signals. 44 and then 36. Yeah, it's slowing down and now it's speeding up, so not sure why. That's entrance section for this class 6. No, I don't think we've had. No, not sure if we had one on the down Main to down Main. Let's see what sort of speeds they come through at. Whether there's any speed reduction there. They are, of course, in the local information, all the speeds. Right, this is this class light engine, which is running, going to go behind this class 6 into Stoke. That's the one going the other way. Right, he's braking. So as I said, looking at the, just stop it if you need to know the speeds. Of course, there's a bit about the history. I've not really covered the history of where the box was and everything. So have a read through that. Your speeds. There we go. There's all your speeds. trains maximum speeds. There's quite a few there. Right, I'll restart it and just get rid of these two. Class 6, it's just appeared. So the clearing point on the down main from sideways indicated just beyond that point there. At least so it doesn't foul this junction at all. I'll put the distance back. I think if you send train entering section too early, they don't seem to like that. Well, let's just try, see what happens. Oh, it's accepted it. Sometimes you have to wait until the track circuit is occupied just in front of the section signal, but in this case it's probably just as it's passing the box. Now I've got the two distance signals there, but they're not ours, so we can just ignore those. I don't know if they're actually clear or not. Right, anyway, let's put the home signal back and send out a section on the main. Still got this one from Derby, but it's not given us entrance section yet. There, it's cleared for, so I'm going to reverse 29, and then when I get into a section for this light engine, I can't clear the signal throughout because I've not received out a section, but as I say, it is a short section, so it's not going to be too long. Right, I've run it for about just over an hour. Yeah, I think I'll stop it there. Just to say, I'll just wait for out a section for that one. It shouldn't be too long. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I say it is quite a busy timetable, and it's a busy location. You've got lots of bells, lots of levers to play with, but it can be done. You know, you don't expect to be able to work the box 100% when you first walk into a box like this. It takes a while to get used to it. Right, we've got entrance section. That's for this light engine. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. I hope it's encouraged you to have a go at it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. You get notification when there's new videos posted. And if you've got any comments, please leave them below, and I'd love to read those, see what you think. Anyway, we'll see you again some other time, and again, thanks for watching. Cheers for now then. Bye.